What up guys, welcome back to another video. In this video we are going to be reviewing the 2026 KTM 990 RCR. Yes, this review is a little late, but it's better to do it than not to do it. This video will be more of what I think of this bike and comments and little details, what I dislike and what I like about it. Currently we're looking over the bike because it's absolutely beautiful. It's a bit dirty. I've been riding it. We have about 12, almost 1,300 miles on this Butte. I have removed the passenger pegs and the slip-on. It sounds much better. And because I'm in Minnesota and I'm able to lane filter, I would rather be heard than not heard and merged into. So that is why that is gone. It doesn't affect the bike. I haven't gotten a check engine light. So if you're gonna buy one of these and you want a cheap sound fix, you can do that. And you can buy like a short slip-on, kind of like a GP22. Other than that, let's just get into the nitty gritty. There'll be lots of cuts because I can't remember everything off the top of my head. This is the second time I've done this review. And the other one, it was just so windy I didn't feel like posting it. So we're now here. If you remember this location, my MT09 was sitting right here when I showed everyone the beautiful Terminioni exhaust I put on it. But now this bike is here, and we're doing a review on it. So let's get into it with this dirty, dirty machine. Oh, that's so dirty if it picks that up. All right, we're gonna get into the looks. I've done a couple walkouts, but there's some minor things to point out. We got this beautiful aero scoop to cool the rear tire. We got this one, which is supposedly just to push air into the bottom of the engine to cool it. And then we'll come to the front. We got these beautiful wings. That are actually have a purpose when you're riding on the track. It's equipped with the Brembo High Pier, I believe, with WP suspension, which I believe is a KTM owned suspension company, but I could be wrong. Only reason I think that is because they literally only make suspension for almost only KTM and Husky. Not even Husky. But anyways, that's not neither here nor there. We are now going to get into the specs of this beautiful machine. It has a 947cc engine pushing 128 horsepower with 76 foot-pounds of torque. It also comes with a pre-drilled factory GP shift hole, so you don't have to worry anything special. Just move that to there, ready, set for the track. These wings at 150 miles an hour will put down 30 pounds of force. Also, before we move on to the other topic, I also just remembered that this bike shares the same same frame as the Duke 990, but has a different subframe. So that's kind of the opposite of the MT09 and the R9. The R9 has a different mainframe than the MT09, but they both share the same subframe. And then the price on this, not out the door, but MSRP is $13,949. So it's more than the R9, but electronics, in my opinion, are way better. You get more. Oh, there's a B. All right, we're gonna quickly compare the Yamaha R9/MT09 because that's the one I owned to this beautiful machine. The main there's two differences that I can remember off the top of my head right now. One's engine note, because one's a 3-cylinder, this is a 2-cylinder, and this one sounds more like those Harleys over there. The the CP3 engine sounds a little more whiny, I guess, is how I would explain it. So it's if you're wanting a certain note, I guess you should take that into a little account, but it's not a big difference. The main difference though is all of the race technology, quick shifter, cruise control, comes factory on Yamaha bikes. This one, they make you pay, what was it, $900 plus install and taxes. So it's up to you. I mean, I have it installed on this. I like it. It's great. My opinion is, you know, if you were to resell it, it only adds value to the bike. At least that's what I would think, is like it would add value because you have to pay for it on all KTM bikes. So something to take into account if you just want something for a little bit and then you're gonna get a new bike every year. All right, we're gonna talk about quality. These bikes, or not these bikes, but this bike, I think has fairly good quality. The main problem I had on my MT09 is when I would wash it, there would always be water spots. I haven't washed this yet, and there has been a water spot that I can't get off. Before, I had to scrub on my Yamaha to get the water spots off, and I just couldn't get them off, and it was the most annoying thing ever. So yeah, I mean, it's great. It hasn't done me wrong in the 1,300 miles that I've ridden it. I did the first service. I mean, I allegedly did the first service, but don't tell anyone. All right, we're gonna get on the road pretty quick, but we have 2 more topics. All right, we're gonna talk about the 2 things. Just the 2 things I really don't like about this bike. One is where this is located. It is in such an awkward position where you have to go out of your way to use it. And I find myself to not being bothered to use it because of where it's located, and that's not good. I just don't like it. It's like it should be down a little bit more, because when you're riding, my thumb's down here and I gotta shift all the way up here to do that. And typically when you turn your turn signal, you're braking. So I don't know, unless you're like merging and you're using that, but I typically just use hands. And the second part is the Bluetooth communication systems, I guess. When it comes to the Bluetooth on this bike, I'm not even gonna do this, turn it on. You have to connect your phone to it, and then you also connect your Cardo or your, Sena to it separately. And when you're listening to music, it's just so choppy. It is horrible. So that's like the only electronic downside of this machine, is how bad it is, how poorly designed it is. On my MT09, you could just connect your phone to it and control your phone through the bike, and I think that's what they should have done here, instead of the connecting 2 devices and it's like running through the bike for no reason. And then when my phone's connected to it, now that I have my Cardo back to my phone will pick the bike every single time over my Cardo. So it'll play for about 5 seconds and then stop and reconnect to the bike. And I turn Bluetooth off on the bike, and it just, every single time, it just decides, oh, I'm back on. You can't get rid of me. But yeah, those are the only 2 downsides, is that blinker and the Bluetooth. It's just no good. Also, another downside, I guess, if you like to clean your bike a lot, you have a good basket here to collect a lot of rocks. It's very nice of them to add that. And so when you're wiping it down, be curious just to swipe all those out before you wipe it down of any dirt or grime. But that's about the only major issues that I can remember off the top of my head right now. All right, before we get on the road, we're gonna do a quick sound check. It's hot, so I'm sorry if this was rushed or seems really chaotic. I'm doing my best to do a good review that some of you guys can hopefully look at if you're interested in buying this. But I still recommend you look out other people's videos because everyone has a different experience with their bike. So just take that into account and don't think mine is the only good video out there or bad. I mean, I don't know. Do as you wish, but I recommend looking at multiple videos. So we're going to do a quick sound check with the slip-on off. Or not the slip-on, but the... Oh, wait. All right. Now that we're not in first. Take this out. We're going to do a couple revs. We're set at 170 degrees. Hopefully that's good enough because I'm bouncing. Because it is so incredibly hot. Oh, the breeze feels so good. Alright, we're gonna let this car pass. My earplug's falling out too, so that's unfortunate. Oh, the breeze is so good. Oh, I'm sweaty, and then I have the air tech on, and that gives you no ventilation on your back. It is awful. We're quickly going to talk about the warranty when it comes to oil changes, because in the warranty guidelines it says to maintain the 4-year warranty you have to do all services at an authorized dealer. But when it comes to the United States, that's just not true. You can do them yourself, but just to be safe, make sure you take pictures and you make sure that you have evidence of doing it. I'm not saying like collect a vial of oil saying, oh, this is from the whatever first service. Just keep the receipt, take a picture of it. Make sure you have something showing that it was done and that it was done right. Because if you inevitably do your service wrong and it blows the motor up, they're not going to give you another motor. So just take that into account, that you could do your own services within the United States and maintain your 4-year warranty. But if you mess it up, that's on you. Because one of the biggest turn-offs for me almost getting a bike was not being able to do my own services. Because I like to change my own oil, and not being able to do that would suck. Because I think I got quoted like $500 to do the first service. That's no good. Oof. Oh, there's construction. Wow! Wow! This is a cool car day. Oh, dude, it feels like I just went in the pool and now I'm just like sitting on the beach trying to get a tan. Oh, I don't like that feeling with like a bunch of clothes on. Oh, whatever that is. It's not cool. It's for sale though. Alright, we're gonna quickly talk about some of the issues that I've seen but haven't experienced, which is all the issues. First off, blown motor. Haven't had that yet. I hope not to have that, and I hope I have a healthy, long-living motor. But just because it's blown doesn't mean all of them are bad. It's not necessarily a turn-off. I mean, if 50 or 60% of them were a blown motor, yeah, maybe. I mean, you don't want to be playing Russian roulette with bikes, because that's pretty bad odds. Second one is, what is it, KY Ride, he lives in California. Apparently, when he uses navigation, his bike will just completely disconnect from satellite. I haven't used that, or had that issue yet. I guess I've only used it once, and that was like an hour and a half to 2 hour ride. And I haven't experienced that, so not saying it's not an issue, not a problem that most bikes are gonna have, just haven't experienced it. And the other one is these break off, and somewhere I was watching a video, and they said a lot of these bikes, when KTM was going through their hard times, they just sat in a warehouse just collecting dust while KTM was practically going bankrupt. And then once they got afloat again, they shipped them out. And so some of these were breaking off, and I think that's why, just because plastic sits around, it gets brittle. That's not necessarily true though. It could be for whatever reason. I haven't broke it off yet, and it's pretty light. You don't need to put a lot of force onto it. I put a sign here now. That's funny. Ooh, slippery. Oh yeah, this used to be my favorite road, but now they put all these road snakes. Like, where did all these cracks come from? That's such a shame. I mean, this used to be so fun. Now I just feel my bike sliding. That's so unfortunate. And I think this is one of the better on all of this. Dude, I just feel it slip it every time I touch one. I guess that's one way to stop people from speeding, or motorcycle speeding, make them crash. Oh my Jesus. Yeah, I'm not going down this road again. There's no reason that I feel like a lot of these need to be here. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I tried my best. I mean, I was sitting there dying. I had to do so many retakes of stuff because I just kept on messing up the most simple words. But hopefully this helps you if you're interested in getting one, I guess. If not, that's okay. But thanks for watching. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and I hope you have a good rest of your day or night whenever you're watching this. I'm gonna let you go now.